I noticed men intentionally select stupid women. I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure it out. Why would I want a stupid woman? And I heard in the internet some guy was like, "Oh, men don't really care about women's education." I do. Who will raise my children? Do I want an idiot? Like, men really are complaining about these women, but you're picking these stupid women.
What class of men are you talking about?
What do you mean?
What class of men? The class of men you're talking about is very important, because if you're talking about the higher class men, they can afford to put their children in upper class division schools.
Yes.
Private schools, boarding schools. So the education from the mother doesn't really matter. She's just there to give birth to the children, make sure that, it's a proper family home with both mother and father, and just the government will educate them. The private government will educate them.
I don't know where you got that
But
from.
when you're talking about media,
Men picking stupid
working
women.
class men, then there's a major problem there.
Babe, I don't know where you got that from, but it's bullshit. Hold on, darling. Babe, the prime teacher of children is the mother. Would you agree with me on that?
I agree.
Now, school doesn't instill in you manners. It's home that instills in you manners.
Can't learn that at school.
No, you don't learn that at school. Women are the prime teachers of kids. They are. So it's important to select a partner who will be the first to teach that child how to speak. That will instill that child ways in how to be a good citizen.
Teachers do that.
Teachers do not do that.
I do that.
That what you as a teacher.
Yeah.
I understand.
And it's evident as well when they're not taught it at home.
Okay.
When they are in our institutions.
But do you think as a teacher, what you're teaching will override what is learning at home?
No, because we're supposed to extend what is being taught at home.
Extend.
And if there's nothing being taught at home, then there's a percentage that we are also installing in the child. But it just means that they're not learning anything at home. They're learning most of it at school.
But home is the beginning, darling. Is the beginning. So it's important as men to pick correct woman, a woman who's educated. My point is, patriarchy, I understand, but the aim is to protect women and children. However, working class men, for some reason, and even middle class men, they are complaining about women who they're selecting, who they choose to lay on the bed with. Most of them are stupid women. So it becomes a point where after a while, you don't want to hear what she got to say, because you were so hooked up with her appearances, you forgot about the most important thing, the things that is of value, which is what's here. And therefore, someone like you will say, women are oppressed, they'll be listening to. It's not as straightforward as that. But in the older generation, I do see it, darling, that they are lost in their own world where they don't value data, don't value science, don't value research, don't value things that can make us to progress and deal with things differently. They only respect if the answer they're looking for is spiritual. Intellectual answers, things that we can actually think about and come up with a solution, is not respected in the older generation. That's what I sense with them. It's so hard to have a dialogue with them, that we will have turns. You speak, I speak, and we come to a conclusion. For them, discussion is war. A dialogue is war that we have to fight. At the end of it, there's no solution. Hence why you see, that's why they behave in that way. And that's what you picked up and said, of course, with people like that, it will be suffering. You will suffer for real. This will not be a long suffering. This will be internal. Infinity suffering. And they can't bear each other. most girls will